Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopefully elect of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well. And a sincere salutation to all the arching, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Agwaf who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. And this is another daily edification. The Lord's willing to be edifying. Now I was going live, but these devils messing with the live stream, you know? So it's okay. This is going into these devils is messing with 2/3 of Israel, these bug outs, okay? They're coming on the elders and apostles pages, going back and forth about a bunch of madness, man, okay? Being scoffers, man. Being scoffers. But you know what? That's a part of prophecy playing out, man. But the Lord said in the last days, going to come scoffers, man. But they bugged out, teaching things that they ought not to teach, right? Subverting whole houses, man. These pastors is destroying our people, and they don't know the Lord, man. They don't know Yahweh. They don't know how Yahweh and Yahweh shall work, man. And they're going to be destroyed because of it, man. That's why the Lord is making a great separation right now, man. Okay? That's why He's separating His sheep from the goats, man. And Lord willing us be edifying. Matthew 25:31. And it reads, when the Son of Man shall come in His glory, and all the holy angels with Him, then shall He sit upon the throne of His glory, and before Him shall be gathered all nations. And He shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. And He, who, Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, and he shall set the sheep on His right hand, but the goats on His left. Verse 41. Then shall He say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Okay? This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15. And it reads, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, He taketh up the isles as a very little thing. Again, Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. They are counted nothing to the Lord. Verse 17. Isaiah 40 and 17. All nations before Him are as nothing, and they are counted to Him less than nothing and vanity. Proving the point of Matthew 25 and 31. When the Son of Man shall come in His glory, and all the holy angels with Him, then shall He sit on the throne of His glory, and before Him shall be gathered all nations. And He shall separate them one from another. Now Isaiah 40 said He don't care about the other nations. He only care about His elect, which is Israel, man. As a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats, and He shall set the sheep on His right hand, but the goats on the left. Verse 41, Matthew 25 and 41. Then shall He say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire prepared for the devil and the angels. Now who is the curse? According to the Bible, we know the red men are cursed. Okay? Esau. Okay? This is this lesson is about these scoffers. Come on, coming boys of the apostles and elders and all the other brothers. Scoffing, man. Okay? Why? Because the Lord is taking the spirit from them, man. He's taking the spirit from them. 2 Corinthians 6 and 14 reads, Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? These people tell me they know the Lord. You don't know the Lord, man. You don't know the Lord, because if you did, you would be in filth, okay? And you'll try to keep these laws to the best of your ability, man. You don't know the Lord, man. Titus 1 and 16. It reads, They confess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate, man. You don't know the Lord, man. You ain't trying to follow law, statute, and commandments to the best of your ability. Okay? You don't know the Lord, man. The Lord judges, man. You wacky ass Christians, you say the Lord don't kill. That's the devil doing it. No, it's not the devil, man. It's the Lord do it, man. Okay? The Heavenly Father Yahweh puts in the order for them judges, man. Isaiah 45 and 7 clearly tell you the Lord killeth and maketh alive, man. Okay? He wounded, he healed, man. And there is no other God with him, man. When there's evil in the city, the Lord have done it, man. Okay? You people don't know the Lord. Why? Because you have been destroyed by your pastors. You trust in what your pastor tell you, man. You don't read the scripture for yourself. You listen to the pastors and you think they know the truth. They don't know nothing, man. It's Isaiah 28 and 7, and it reads, But they also have erred through wine. This ain't talking about red wine or white wine. And through strong drink. This ain't talking about Kvasia or Hennessy. Are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. It said you're a priest and you're a prophet. Well, in these wacky tacky ass plantation ass Christianity holly houses, man, these churches that you call a church, okay? It said the priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. They don't know the works of the Lord, man. They don't know how the Lord works, man. Okay? They err in vision, they stumble in judgment. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness. Why? Because they learn the ways of these devils, right? They go to these theological seminaries and they learn the same doctrine that was taught to you in the plantation, man. And you come push it to your people. For all the tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Okay? No place clean. And the table supposed to be clean, man. This Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2, and it reads, And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Who? The elect man may run that readeth it, man. It tell you in Jeremiah, right? Jeremiah 5 and 1 reads, Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem. This ain't talking about the land of Israel. You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans makes up the 12 tribes of Israel. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Israel is a people before it's a place. Okay? Israel was a man named Jacob. His name was changed to Israel. And he had 12 sons who became the Israelites. Israel is not the land. It's the people, man. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now, and know, and seek in the broad places thereof, if you can find a man. If there be any that execute judgment, that seek the truth, and I will pardon it. Okay? So going back to Habakkuk 2 and 2. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, man. Who? An elect man. You got these bug out scoffers coming on the Apostle Elders page and they bugged out, man. Why they bugged out? Because it's philosophies, man. Isaiah 29 and 9 reads, Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. The Lord telling you right here, this ain't talking about wine and liquor, man. It's talking about the philosophies of this world, man. Again, Isaiah 29:9. They stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. What is it talking about? Philosophies. Let's prove the point, man. This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8, and it reads, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, like I said in Mark chapter 7, right, 6 through 9, they set aside the commandments of God to keep the tradition of men, man. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world. Meaning you follow the same customs of these theological seminars, the same way they taught on the plantation. After the rudiments of the world and not after Hamashiach, man. Okay? Hey, going back to Isaiah 28 to prove the point. It said, but they also have erred, Isaiah 28:7, but they also have erred through wine and through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They don't know the truth. They lying to you. Why? Because they have learned from these Edomites. And also, they have the 501c3 charter, man. Okay? They are not telling you about prophecy. They are not telling you about martial law, concentration camps, okay? Race riots, pestilence, and famine. The RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. Your pastor in your local church is not telling you these things, man. Salakia. Your pastor in these local harlot houses. Because the Lord called them in Jeremiah 5:7. They are harlot houses, man. He never told us to go to church. There's nowhere in the Bible that tell you to go to church, man. Nowhere. There's no scripture, not one in the Bible talking about going to a damn church, man. That's nowhere, man. There's nowhere in the Bible when the Lord say go to the church houses, man. He said go to the highways and byways and teach the truth and bid my people to the marriage, man. You people are destroyed through philosophies, through wine and strong drink. Verse 8, Isaiah 28:8. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Let's prove that wine and strong drink ain't talking about wine and strong drink. Isaiah 29:9. It reads, stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. And it said they are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. Colossians 2:8, talking about philosophies, man. The philosophers of this world, religions, Baptist, Catholic, Pentecostal, Jehovah's Witness, Protestant, Seventh-day Adventist. All these are philosophies, wine and strong drink, man. Isaiah 29:10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have he covered. They don't know the truth, man. They lying to you. So it's best for you to read yourself, man. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this. This is what the congregation tell the pastor. Read this for me. Understand what this means. Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. Your pastors is lying to you, man. Why? Because the Lord didn't send them, man. Okay? The Lord didn't send them, man. Get back to the point about these 2/3 bug-out men coming on the apostles and elders pages scoffing, man. Why? Because the Lord making a separation. And you don't know the Lord, man. Psalm 69:22. It reads, Let their table become a snare before them. Okay? And that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap, man. This table, this truth that's for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, David say, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap to them, man. Let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continue to shake, man. Okay? You people have been deceived by these pastors. Why? Because these pastors have been deceived by the so-called white man. And these theological seminaries, man. These seminars, man. Okay? Deceiving them to keep you asleep, man. With the philosophies of religion, man. The Lord didn't give us no religion. He made us spiritual, and He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to follow, man. This is Romans, to back up what Paul said. This is what Peter spoke the same. When we read some of the New Testament, most of the time it's coming from the Old Testament, man. So this is Paul quoting what King David said. Romans 11:8. According as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they see not, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Why? Because of reading of the Old Testament, man. And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them, man. Why? Because you bug out, you 2/3 men and women, you trust in these wacky pastors in these holler houses, what you call churches, and they don't know the truth, man. They still, it's 2019, the year of Karagma. They still telling you that the Lord is a so-called white man. That ain't in the Bible, man. They still telling you that the Lord love everybody. That ain't in the Bible, man. That's not in the scriptures. And if you're talking about John 3:16, the New Testament was rewritten in Greek. The word world in John 3:16 is cosmos. It's talking about the Israelites, for you fools out there, man. This is verse 11. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? It say, God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is coming to the Gentiles. Who? The Israelite foreigners, man. How can you be a Gentile of other lands if you was already in that land, man? Okay? That wasn't talking about the Gentile that was living in the lands, man. It was talking about the Gentile that was scattered into those lands, man. Israelite foreigners who took on the customs of the heathens, man. For to provoke them to jealousy, man. Talking about the Israelite foreigners who the Lord sent Paul to, man. Call back the Israelites out of all the countries, man. This is and to prove to you, these devils that's going on the comment boards of the apostles and elders and all the other brothers, this right here proves to you, man, it's gonna be them of your nation, man. It's gonna be 2/3 of Israel that's gonna come up against the righteous, man. Two precepts to back it up. This is first one is Psalms 55. I'm gonna start at verse 11. And it reads, wickedness is in the midst thereof. Why does it say wickedness in the midst thereof? Let's prove that. Titus. This is Titus chapter 1 and verse 10. This proves that wickedness is in the midst thereof. We're talking about Israelites amongst Israelites, man. 2/3 amongst the 1/3. And they're going to scoff until your house shall return. Titus 1 and 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. What is that talking about? When I said especially they of the circumcision, it's talking about Israelites. This is Ephesians 2 and 11. Listen to this. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called circumcision, in the flesh made by hands. So the circumcision was called the uncircumcision, Gentiles. So that was the Israelites that knew they were Israelites was telling the ones that didn't know they were Israelites, y'all heathens, man. Verse 12, that it say that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. Just talking about Israelites who was following the Gentile customs, man. Okay, it say from the commonwealth of Israel, meaning you didn't know that you was an Israelite. Okay, you grew up as thinking you was a heathen, man. It's talking about the Israelite foreigners who Yahushua, who you call Jesus, he sent Paul to go wake up those Israelites, man, in those scattered lands, man, or those heathen nations. Now, going back to Psalms. Psalms 55 and 11 again. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Cause about 2/3 of Israel. That's why you come on the apostles and elders and the other brother coming board, man, with that madness, man. But don't nobody care about that, man. You can't stop the truth, man. You can do nothing against the truth but for it, man. As the scriptures say in Corinthians. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. Who? From Jerusalem streets. Talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. This is verse 12. This is what King David said, man. For it was not an enemy that reproached me. It wasn't the enemies. King David said it was not a heathen nation that approached me, right? Then I could have borne it. Then I would have known. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. Like what David did when what's this devil name? Saul. When Saul wanted to come up against David, what he do? He hid himself, man. Okay? He hid himself from Saul. Right? That's why he said this. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. Listen to this, verse 13. Psalm 55 and 13. But it was thou, a man equal, my God, and my acquaintance. This was a man that was with King David, man. Okay? Verse 14. We took sweet counsel together and walked unto the house of God in company, man. This is talking about a nigga, a bug-out ass nigga. He was either in the camp with you, y'all started together, whatever, man. Now he coming up against you, trying to take you out of the truth, man. Or now they just coming up against you to just, and like I said, take you from the truth, man. King David said, Psalm 55 and 14, we took sweet counsel together. Let me start at 13. But it was thou a man, my equal, my God, and my acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together and walked unto the house of God in company. Let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell. For wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. Why? Because they follow the ways of these devils, man. The Edomites, the so-called white man. For as for me, I will call on power, and the Lord Yahweh shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray. That's 3 times a day. Even though it's another scripture tell you that David prayed 7 times a day, man. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray, and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. You people, you bug-out ass niggas, man. The Lord gonna jack you peoples up, man. You want thinking you know the Lord and you don't. You don't know the Lord, man. You don't know the Lord. This is Luke 20 and 19, and it reads, and the chief priests and the scribes the same hour sought to lay hands on him. Lay hands on who? Yahushua, who you ignorantly called Jesus. And they feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should frame themselves just men. We got that going on right now, man. Men to be proclaiming themselves as just men, but they ain't, man. They are spies, man. They spies, okay? Amongst all the camps right now across the world, man. I'm talking about GMS and other camps, man. You got spies in the camps, man. Read again, Luke 20 and 20. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they may take hold of his words, that so they may deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor, man. Okay? Verse 21. And they asked him, saying, Master, we know that thou sayest and teachest rightly, neither acceptest thou the persons of any, but teachest the way of God truly. Listen, man, these people is coming in as spies, man. Okay? Spies, man. And that's why on the coming boards of the apostles and elders, man. Okay? Because you was spies from the beginning, man. To do what it say in Ezra chapter 4, man, verse 4, right? They hired counselors, man, to frustrate, okay, the building of the temple, okay? They hired counselors, man. And you got these two-third bug-out jakes that spies, and then Esau, they ain't working, so Esau sending uh heathen counselors, man. Galatians 2 and 4. And that because of false brethrens of wares brought in false brethrens, man, of them of who? Of the circumcision, man. And that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privily to spy out our liberty, which we have in Hamashiach Yahushua, that they may bring us into bondage, man. We got bug out ass niggas among us spewing madness, man. Why? Because you are of your father, the devil, man. When the Lord spoke there, he was talking about who? He was talking to the Jews, man. We're talking to Jake, man. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So-called Negroes, uh, so-called Jamaicans and Trinidadians and West Indians and so-called Haitians, man. You Jews, man. You Southern Kingdom. You are your father, the devil, man. And that's Jake, man. Back in Jude 1 and 19, it reads, These be they who separate themselves sensually, having not the spirit, man. Okay? Verse 18 say, How that they told you they should be markers, how that they told you that there should be markers in the last time who should walk after their own ungodly lust. These be they who separate themselves sensually, having not the spirit, man. Devils, man. Bug out ass niggas, man. And going back to the prophets that deceiving, going back to the prophet that deceiving you two-thirds talking about you know the Lord. You don't know the Lord, man. And I'm going to prove it, man. This is Ezekiel 14 and 9, man. All you people that go to these churches, these pastors lying to your ass, man. They deceiving you. And you believe in them. Why? Because you don't read your Bible your damn self, man. Ezekiel 14 and 9. If the prophet be deceived when he have spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. My people Israel. He didn't say the whole world, all 18 nations. My people Israel, the 12 tribes. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. All you that follow these pastors in these churches, you seeking that prophet, you're going to get a prophet's destruction. You're going to get a prophet's judgment because they are not telling you about prophecy. They're not telling you about Jeremiah 30 and 7, which is Jacob's trouble. They're not telling you about Matthew 24 and 29. Immediately after the tribulation in those days. They're not telling you about the tribulation that's coming. Daniel 12 and 1. Okay, it shall be a time on earth that has never been before. Your pastor's not telling you about Jacob's trouble, man. They're not telling you, they're lying to you. Okay? And you're going to die a grievous death, as it tell you in Jeremiah 16 and 4, man. You're going to die a grievous death because you want to follow after these vain and deceiving pastors, man. Okay, lying divinations, man. False visions. The Lord said he had not sent them, man. Read Ezekiel 13 from verse 4 down to 10. Jeremiah 14, 13 to 16, man. Okay? The Lord have not sent these people, man. This is Matthew chapter 12. And you had to pay all that madness you spewing out your mouth. I'm talking about all of you, man. You 2/3 men and women. All that madness that you're spewing out of your mouth, you had to pay for it that day, man. Because you're not teaching, talking about you false pastors, you ain't teaching the people according to what the Bible say, man. The Lord said in Revelation 22, any man shall add to these words, he's going to add to him the plagues of this book. And any man that take away, he's going to take away his name from the book of life, man. You people don't know the Bible, man. Matthew 12 and 35. A good man out of the good treasures of his heart bringeth forth good things, meaning his mind. Heart, go back to the word law, meaning mind, man. And an evil man out of the evil treasures bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. We telling you about prophecy, man. Reading straight from the scriptures, man. Okay? Ain't no filter neither. The Lord say, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, man. Spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, man. Okay? Isaiah 58 and 1, man. We ain't sparing your feelings, man. The Lord said don't spare no feelings. And we giving you the straight truth, the straight skinny out the scriptures, man. All facts, man. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in that day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. You people don't know the Bible. You talking about the laws are done away with. When you read Matthew 5 and 17 through 19, the Lord said he come not to destroy the law. So you show me in the Bible where the laws are done away with, man. You can't find it, man. Then you got a lot of dummies talking about, oh, we got grace. Well, what Romans 6 and 1 say? Do we then continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid, man. Okay? Romans 7 and 1 tell you that the law have dominion over man as long as he liveth, man. So what are you wacky ass Christians talking about? This is Isaiah 6 and 9, and it reads, start at verse 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and whom will go forth for us? And whom will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell these people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their ears, and hear with their, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? How long what, Lord? How long their ears gonna be shut, and their eyes gonna be closed from not understanding the truth? Then said I, how long? And he answered, until the city be wasted without inhabitant. What does that mean? Tell your pastor to break that down to you. And the houses without man. What's that talking about? And the land be utterly desolate. What is that talking about? World War III, man. Though intercontinental ballistic missiles come to destroy North America, Babylon the Great, who you people trust in? Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to them that take a covering, but not the Lord's Spirit. You take a covering of Babylon the Great because you trust in your government assistance. You trust in your job. You trust in your 401ks and all that other madness. It's all going to be destroyed, man. And all you women, you 2/3 women that trust and believe in your pastors, they're gonna destroy you, man. Okay? That's what the Lord said in Isaiah 32. You better read Isaiah 32, 9 through 12. You're going to lament. Okay? He tell you, all you women, the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. What's that talking about? Tell your pastor to break that down to you. Your vintage shall fail and your gathering shall not come. What is that talking about? Tell your pastor to break that down to you. Okay? Your vintage is going to fail and your gatherings shall not come. You proud ass people, man. You 2/3 men and women of Israel. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, the Lord gonna destroy you, man. Okay? If you don't repent, you will be destroyed, man. You people is proud as hell, man. And you don't know nothing, man. Like Ezekiel 14:9 say, the Lord say, if a prophet have prophesied a thing, I the Lord sent that prophet to deceive you. Who he's talking about? These whack ass pastors in these churches, man, in these holy houses. Okay? They're deceiving you, man. And you're gonna be destroyed. And I don't want to make this too long. Just going in because Jake coming on the comment board on the apostle and elders comment board, man. Going back and forth. Like this one idiot, okay? Uh apostle, what name is apostle for Yahweh while Yahweh Shah. You're a straight devil, man. You might well join one body in Satan and IUIC and ISUPK and GOCC and all these other bug out camps, man. But you know what? That's why we must defend this gospel, man. Wholeheartedly, man. That's why we must defend this gospel. Hey, so Lord, with us edifying, gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and the sincere salutations to all the occupants pushing the truth and believing in truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world, waiting on the hopefully elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. And Lord willing, edifying. Until next time, Shalom.